Hello, my beautiful friend. I'm so glad you're here today. Take a deep, gentle breath with me. In through the nose, out through the heart. Feel that? That's life moving through you. That's the rhythm of becoming. You are not behind. You are becoming. And you are becoming beautifully, in your own perfect timing. You see, so many people believe that growth happens when everything in their life changes, when they get the new job, the new body, the new relationship. But true transformation doesn't begin in the outer world. It begins right here, in the quiet corners of your heart, with one simple act of courage, trusting yourself. I've always said, the only thing you need to know right now is that you can trust yourself. That's it. Because when you trust yourself, you begin to walk with grace. You begin to make choices that honor your truth. You stop trying to become someone else, and instead you allow yourself to unfold into who you were always meant to be. There's no rush, my dear. You're not late. You're not lost. You are right on time for your own becoming. Say it softly with me now. I am safe to grow into who I'm meant to be. Trust is the foundation of transformation. Nothing real can grow without it. You can't truly heal if you don't believe you deserve healing. You can't truly change if you don't believe you're capable of change. And you can't truly love if you don't first trust that you are lovable. Every shift, every breakthrough, every healing begins with trust. I've worked with so many people who told me, Louise, I want to change, but I don't know where to start. And I always say, start by believing that you can. You don't have to have the whole plan. You don't need to know all the steps. Just the next one, just the next breath, just the next act of kindness toward yourself. Trust yourself enough to take the next small step. Think of trust like the soil where your transformation grows. Without it, your dreams can't take root. But when you begin to trust yourself, everything starts to bloom. Your confidence, your intuition, your peace. Life starts to meet you halfway. You begin to see that every time you take a step in faith, the universe places solid ground beneath your feet. So I want you to ask yourself gently, where have I stopped trusting my own wisdom? Maybe you've been looking outside of yourself for answers, asking others to tell you what's right for you. Maybe you've ignored that little voice inside that whispers, this doesn't feel right, or this is the way. That voice, my dear, is your inner guidance system. It has been with you since the day you were born, and it speaks with love, never fear. It is patient, gentle, and wise, and it will always lead you home, but only if you trust it. Now, once you begin to rebuild that trust, there's another truth I want you to remember. Your words are the seeds that shape your becoming. Every thought you think and every word you speak is creating your future. Your words are magic. They are the building blocks of your reality. When you speak with doubt, you plant doubt. When you speak with love, you plant love. When you say, I can't, you close a door. When you say, I can learn, you open a window. I often remind people, be careful how you talk about yourself, because your mind is always listening. Your subconscious takes every word as an instruction. It doesn't argue. It doesn't analyze. It simply creates from what you declare. If you say, I'm so unlucky, your subconscious says, yes, we are. If you say, good things happen to me, it says, yes, they do. You are constantly teaching your mind what to believe about you. So start speaking to yourself the way you would to someone you love. Talk to yourself with encouragement, with patience, with faith. Words are energy, and energy creates worlds. You are speaking your becoming every single day. When you say, I'm learning, you are already transforming. When you say, I am healing, you are already shifting. When you say, I am open to good, you are inviting the universe to meet you in that vibration. Every loving word you speak is a key that unlocks a new part of your future. Let's practice together. Place your hand over your heart and say out loud, my words shape my reality. I speak only love, faith, and possibility. Feel that vibration move through you. Feel the power of that statement. That's not just a sentence, that's creation in motion. Now, my love, there's something deeper we must talk about, because words alone are not enough. You see, the universe does not only respond to what you say, it responds to the energy beneath your words. You can say, I'm fine 100 times, but if your energy is heavy with worry, the message that goes out is not I'm fine, but I'm scared. Your energy introduces you before your words do. I've learned that the words you speak are like the melody, but your energy is the song. And the song you sing, whether in joy or in fear, is what life hears. That's why two people can say the same affirmation. One sees miracles, and the other sees no change, because it's not the words alone. It's the feeling beneath them, the vibration of belief, the sincerity of trust, the frequency of love. So when you speak your affirmations, I don't want you to rush through them like a list. I want you to breathe them in. I want you to feel them. I want you to believe them in your body, not just your mind. Say, I am enough, and notice what happens in your heart. Does it resist? Does it soften? Wherever there's resistance, that's where the healing is happening. Don't push it away. Breathe love into it. Healing begins the moment you align your words, your thoughts, and your feelings on the same frequency. Remember this truth. Your energy is always communicating. When you walk into a room, before you say a word, people can feel you. They can sense if you're open, if you're peaceful, if you're anxious, if you're grounded. That's because energy speaks louder than language. You are an energetic being first, and everything you create begins in vibration. If you want your words to have power, let them come from a place of truth. Don't just say, I am love. Feel what love feels like. Imagine it as a warm light in your chest, expanding with each breath. Let that light fill your words. Let it shape your energy. When your words and your energy agree, the universe responds instantly. You might ask, Louise, how do I know if my energy is aligned? It's simple. You will feel it. When you're aligned, there's a sense of ease. You don't have to force things. Your body relaxes, your breath deepens, your mind quiets. When you're misaligned, you feel tight, rushed, anxious. So when that happens, don't judge yourself. Just pause, breathe, and return to your heart. Say softly, I choose thoughts that feel good. I choose words that heal. I choose energy that uplifts. I always say, what you give out comes back to you. And that doesn't only mean actions, it means energy. If you give out love, love returns. If you give out judgment, judgment returns. If you give out trust, life will give you more reasons to trust. It's a perfect mirror. That's how powerful you are. So today, as you go about your day, pay attention to your energy more than your words. Don't just ask, what am I saying? Ask, what am I feeling as I say it? Because the universe reads your heart's vibration more clearly than your voice. Let your energy be a prayer. Let your words be blessings. Let your presence itself be a healing vibration. You don't have to fix everything today. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to be willing to trust, willing to speak with love, willing to align your energy with truth. So my dear, let's end this part with a gentle reminder, one that you can carry with you always. Trust yourself, speak love, align your energy with peace. Because when you do, life begins to reflect that back to you in the most miraculous ways. You are becoming everything you were created to be. And it all begins within you, with your trust, with your words, with your energy. Breathe it in now. I trust myself. I speak with love. I radiate peace. My dear one, have you ever stopped to listen to how you speak to yourself? Not out loud, but in the quiet spaces of your mind. Those little thoughts that whisper when no one else is around. Are they kind? Are they gentle? Or do they sound more like a critic than a friend? You see, the way you talk to yourself shapes the way you feel about yourself. It becomes the atmosphere in which your soul lives. If your inner words are harsh, your heart shrinks. If they are loving, your heart blossoms. And that's why I often say, talk to yourself like someone you love. For many years, I didn't know how to do that. I was my own harshest judge. I told myself things I would never say to another person. You should have done better. You'll never get this right. You're not enough. But healing began the day I decided to become my own ally instead of my own enemy. I realized that no one else could speak peace into my life if I kept tearing myself down from within. I had to learn to speak differently, softly, kindly, lovingly. I had to become the voice I had always needed to hear. You don't have to wait for someone to encourage you. You can be that voice for yourself right now, today. You can wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and say, I am learning, I am growing, I am doing my best, and that is enough. Let that sentence become a song inside you, because when you change the way you speak to yourself, you begin to change the way life responds to you. Every word you say carries energy, and your body, your heart, your spirit, they all listen. When you say, I'm so stupid, your body believes you. When you say, I'm trying, and I'm proud of myself for showing up, your body believes that too. Your words are not just sounds. They are vibrations that move through every cell of your being. Words either nourish or poison. Choose nourishment. I want you to imagine for a moment that you are your own best friend. What would you say to a friend who is struggling, who is tired, who feels unsure? You wouldn't say, you're hopeless. You would say, I know this is hard, but I believe in you. You would speak hope. You would speak encouragement. Now take that same tenderness and turn it inward. Give it to yourself. That is how healing begins. Healing happens when love enters the conversation you have with yourself. Every thought you think, every word you whisper inside your mind is either love or fear speaking. And you, my dear, get to choose which voice you listen to. When you start replacing criticism with compassion, the entire landscape of your inner world begins to change. Your heart softens, your mind quiets, your energy brightens. That's why I teach people to practice mirror work, one of the most powerful healing exercises I know. Each morning, stand in front of your mirror, look into your own eyes and say, I love you, I believe in you, I am here for you. It may feel strange at first. You might even feel resistance or tears might rise. That's okay. That's just the part of you that has been waiting for these words for so long. Keep keep saying them anyway. Every time you speak love into your reflection, you are building trust with yourself. You are saying, I will not abandon you anymore. I remember the first time I did mirror work. I could barely hold my own gaze. I felt uncomfortable, unworthy, even silly. But as I continued, something miraculous began to happen. My reflection softened. My eyes filled with gentleness, and I began to see not just a face, but a soul that had been trying its best, that had been brave through it all. That's when I realized the words I speak to myself are not just affirmations, they are acts of love. You don't need to wait for the world to tell you that you're enough. You can tell yourself right now. You can whisper, I am enough. You can say, I am lovable. You can declare, I am proud of how far I've come. These are not empty words. They are sacred medicine. Every time you repeat them, you are rewriting the script in your subconscious mind. You are giving your inner child the love it always needed. And that brings us to one of the most powerful truths I have ever learned. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It only responds to what you repeatedly tell it with feeling. It believes everything you say. It's like the soil that accepts any seed you plant. Whatever words you water it with, it will grow. So if you keep saying, I can't, your subconscious will build walls of limitation around you. But if you begin to say, I can learn, it will start opening new doors of possibility. If you say, I am unworthy, it will close your heart. But if you say, I am worthy of love and success, it will start guiding you toward the very experiences that match that vibration. That's why I always emphasize the power of I am. These two little words are the strongest command you can give to your subconscious mind. When you say I am, you are not just describing yourself, you are creating yourself. You are declaring to the universe, this is who I choose to be. Whatever follows those two words becomes a magnet that draws matching experiences into your life. I am is not just affirmation, it is creation. Every time you say I am, you are shaping your identity, your energy, and your future. So be mindful of what follows. Don't say, I am tired all day long. Say, I am recharging. Don't say, I am lost. Say, I am finding my way. Don't say, I am broken. Say, I am healing. Your subconscious takes every I am as an instruction, and it begins to rearrange your reality accordingly. Let's try it together right now. Place your hand over your heart, breathe deeply, and repeat after me. I am worthy of love and success. I am growing stronger every day. I am aligned with my purpose. I am enough, here and now. I am becoming who I was created to be. Now pause. Feel those words sink in. Don't rush past them. Let them vibrate in your chest, your belly, your bones. The more emotion you bring to your affirmations, the faster your subconscious accepts them as truth. You don't have to force belief. Just be willing to feel the possibility of them. Even if it's only 1% of belief today, that's enough. That small seed will grow with repetition and love. The words I am are like keys that unlock different doors within you. When you say, I am love, you unlock the door of compassion. When you say, I am peaceful, you unlock calmness. When you say, I am abundant, you open the flow of prosperity. You begin to move differently, breathe differently, speak differently. Because what you repeatedly affirm becomes your reality. I've seen people transform their entire lives with this simple practice. They start with doubt, but after a few weeks of repeating loving I am statements, something shifts. Their faces brighten, their bodies relax, their opportunities multiply. Why? Because when you change your inner language, you change your vibration. And when your vibration changes, life mirrors it back to you. If you truly want to reprogram your subconscious, consistency is key. Say your affirmations daily, not as chores, but as moments of connection. Write them down. Speak them while brushing your teeth. Whisper them as you fall asleep. Every repetition builds a new neural pathway of self-belief. Every repetition tells your mind, this is who I am now. When you first start, the old thoughts may argue. They might say, that's not true. Don't fight them. Just smile and say, thank you for your opinion, but I am choosing a new truth. Remember, you are the thinker of your thoughts. You are not their prisoner. The more you affirm love, the more your mind learns to rest in it. And my dear, when you combine loving self-talk with the power of I am, your life begins to transform in ways that feel almost miraculous. You start to attract people, opportunities, and blessings that reflect the love you've planted within. You stop waiting for someone else to see your worth because you already know it. You stop doubting your direction because you trust your own wisdom. So let's end this part with a few gentle declarations to carry in your heart. I am kind to myself. I am proud of my progress. I am becoming more myself every day. I am guided, protected, and deeply loved. These words are not just affirmations. They are truths waiting to be remembered. The more you speak them, the more your life will begin to echo them back. Talk to yourself like someone you love. Honor your own voice. Trust the power of I am, and watch as your inner world begins to bloom beautifully, naturally, and in perfect divine timing. Because you are not behind, my dear. You are becoming, and everything in you is already enough. My dear one, have you ever felt impatient with yourself? As if you should be further along, as if you should already have everything figured out by now? I know that feeling. We all have moments where we look at our lives and whisper, why is it taking so long? But the truth is, becoming is never meant to be rushed. Growth has its own rhythm. Transformation has its own divine tempo. And just like a flower cannot bloom before its time, your unfolding cannot be hurried. You are not late. You are not behind. You are simply in process. I often say, don't rush your unfolding. Flowers don't bloom overnight. The petals of your life open one layer at a time, and each moment, even the difficult ones, is shaping you into something extraordinary. Every challenge, every pause, every quiet season is molding the version of you that will one day look back and say, now I understand. That was the season I was growing roots. You see, growth is not always visible. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean it's not happening. Sometimes the most important work is invisible. The deep healing, the strengthening of faith, the learning of patience. You may not notice it day to day, but your soul feels it. You are becoming stronger, gentler, wiser. Every breath, every tear, every sunrise is sculpting the masterpiece that is you. So when you feel discouraged, take a moment to breathe and remind yourself, I trust the timing of my life. I am exactly where I need to be. These words are not just affirmations. They are permission slips for peace. Because when you trust the process, you stop pushing against yourself. You stop comparing your path to someone else's. You begin to rest in the knowing that your timing is divine, not delayed. I remember seasons in my own life where I felt stuck, where nothing seemed to move, no doors would open, no prayers were answered. I thought life had forgotten me. But now looking back, I see that those were the moments when my roots were being watered. Those were the quiet seasons of preparation that built my foundation. Life was never punishing me. It was preparing me. So if your progress feels slow, let it be slow. Let it be gentle. Let it be sacred. The same power that makes the stars move and the tides flow is guiding your becoming. You are not missing out on your life. You are in it, right now, exactly as you are. Now, my dear, let's talk about one of the most freeing lessons of all, letting go of the old story. You cannot become the new you while still retelling the old narrative. You cannot walk toward your light while looking backward at the dark. The stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we've lost, what we can or cannot do, are like anchors. They keep us tied to versions of ourselves that no longer exist. I used to carry my past like a heavy bag. I told the same story of pain and limitation over and over again. And one day I realized, every time I repeat the story, I relive it. I keep the wound open by giving it voice again and again. So I decided to tell a new story, a story of healing, of courage, of freedom. The past has no power over me. Those are words I want you to remember. You don't have to drag your old identity into your new life. You don't have to be defined by your mistakes, your heartbreaks, or the opinions of others. Every morning you wake up is a brand new page, and you are the author. You can write something new. You can write from love instead of fear, from wisdom instead of regret. Ask yourself softly today, what story am I ready to release? Maybe it's the story that says you're not enough. Maybe it's the story that says you always get hurt. Maybe it's the story that says life is hard and nothing works out for you. Whatever it is, thank it for how it once tried to protect you, and then let it go. Release it with compassion. When you release the old story, you create space for a new one to emerge, one filled with possibility, light, and joy. Remember, the past is a lesson, not a life sentence. You are free to move forward, free to create, free to begin again. When you stop identifying with who you used to be, you give your future permission to unfold. That's the power of letting go. That's how transformation truly begins. And now I want to remind you of the most beautiful truth of all. Becoming is not changing yourself, it's coming home to yourself. You don't need to become someone else to be worthy, to be lovable, or to be whole. You already are. The process of becoming is not about adding more to who you are. It's about removing what never belonged. The fear, the guilt, the shame, the old beliefs that told you you're not enough. I've always said, the power that created me has never left me. That same power lives within you. It has been there from the very beginning, breathing you, guiding you, loving you through every chapter. You were born whole. You were born connected. You were born complete. And all of life is simply the journey of remembering that truth. So becoming, in its purest form, is really remembering. Remembering your light when the world tries to dim it. Remembering your strength when life feels heavy. Remembering your worth when doubt creeps in. Every time you choose love over fear, you are remembering. Every time you forgive, you are remembering. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, you are remembering who you already are, a divine expression of life itself. You don't need to strive for perfection. You only need to return to presence. You don't need to seek love. You only need to open to it. You don't need to chase your worth. You only need to remember it. The truth of who you are has never been lost, only forgotten. But today, right now, you are remembering. Take a deep breath and feel it. Feel the wholeness that has always been there, underneath all the noise. Feel the calm that comes when you stop trying to fix yourself and simply allow yourself to be. That, my love, is the miracle. The moment you stop striving to become someone else, you realize you were always enough. And as we come to the close of this journey together, I want to leave you with a gentle reminder, one that you can carry in your heart wherever you go. Trust yourself, speak love, carry peace, and watch yourself unfold into everything you were meant to be. You are not behind, you are becoming. You are not broken, you are blooming. The same intelligence that moves the stars is moving through you right now, guiding you home. When you trust yourself, you walk with grace. When you speak with love, you heal the world around you. When you carry peace, you become the light that others have been praying to see. Say this with me now, softly, like a prayer. I am guided, I am growing, I am becoming. Let it echo in your heart. Let it become your truth. Because it is true, you are guided by love, growing through grace, and becoming the beautiful soul you were always meant to be. And so it is.